Y'all, I just made this beautiful orange marmalade just as the sun was setting. Y'all stay with me and I'll make some with you. It's gonna be sweet as the sun's setting. Hey y'all, we are going to make orange marmalade today and I'm excited about that. I usually, when I make this cake, because it's going in a cake is what I'm getting at, but I usually use store-bought orange marmalade, which is in the recipe. But I thought today, since we had a few minutes, we would try to do homemade orange marmalade. And I'll let you know if you've never made it homemade, if it's even worth doing, or just stick with the store-bought for the cake. But I kind of have my thoughts on that already. Do y'all? Like it's going to be worth it, right? I think so too. I've got a hot bowl of water. No, a bowl of hot water. Which I guess the bowl's hot now too. All right, guys, and I'm dipping my oranges, and this is a good way to clean your fruit if you're going to be making a marmalade, because, you know, we're going to be using this orange peel, so we want to get it clean. That is salt I'm putting on there. Isn't that a fabulous idea? Yeah. Y'all know we're going to get it clean now, don't you? I've still got my salty hands. I'm going to begin scrubbing on him, too. And I'll put them down in this hot water. And I'll even put a little salt in that hot water to get them clean. I love salt. Do y'all love salt? It's so good for so many things. It is. And we steered away from it a lot of years. God gave us salt, right? And then we made things like chlorine. I grew up swimming in chlorine swimming pools, and now we have a saltwater pool for the grandbabies. I'm glad that we're going back to our natural ways, what God gave us, right? It's not quite so bad for us. It's good for us, as a matter of fact. So, cleaning, I'm going to get all these cleaned and rinsed off well, and we're going to move along. I've looked at many videos on how to make marmalades, and some of them, you slice the entire oranges, and so you're using all the white parts too, which is very bitter. So, you know us, we're going to try to do it just a little bit more than that and not quite be so bitter. So we're going to take a little bit more time, but I think it's going to pay off. All right, I'll see y'all in a sec. All right, y'all, the next thing with our clean oranges, I've got well, the recipe says use a sharp peeler. Well, all I have is this dull one, okay? First thing I want to do, though, is zest this lemon. Because y'all know I always put lemon in any jam or jelly or marmalade I make, and it's so good. It kind of just enhances the flavor of anything you're making. And I always put fresh lemon juice. I'm about to get through with this, and we're also going to get the juice out of this lemon, and then we'll start on our orange peels. There we go. He's pretty well zested away. All right, I'm gonna scoot that to the side, and we will use that later. Need a knife. I need a knife. And let's get our lemon juice so we can get started. This is a very, very simple recipe, and to me, y'all, the recipes that are simple, just plain ingredients and fresh, are the best recipes. No joke. No joke. I ought to put that. I noticed a lot of people say the best marmalade. Orange marmalade, and I get tickled. I think, wow, that's presumptuous, but I think it makes us click and say, oh, I want to see what the best is about, don't y'all? I won't do that. I don't claim to be the best. All right. If I like to scrape, I'll use the back of my knife blade to kind of get our lemon zest. And you know what? I don't see why we can't just put that zest right here in the lemon juice for later, do y'all? I don't either. This little knife I've had so long, it's about whittled down to just a little bitty thing from sharpening on it. All right, now this is what we do with our oranges. You take your peel, and this is what I do. I just start at the bottom or the top, and I begin peeling strips. Y'all see, this is going to take some time. I've got some extra oranges. I do not want to do all of these. They're going to be for later on in our cake recipe that we're going to do on another video. So I'll leave that out. And I am going to use about 3 to 4 oranges. And the reason why I say 3 to 4, these are nice size. And this one's a little smaller, so I think I'm just going to sneak it in there. I'm going to start with about 2 cups of orange juice that we're going to get out of these. A lot of times when you see a marmalade recipe, they'll use a mandolin and they'll just run it. And they'll get it makes that noise. Did y'all know that? I know I'm silly. But they'll get all of this white, and that is very bitter. And they'll get seeds in there, and in the very core of this orange, you know, is a whole white center. So it's way faster to do it that way, but I don't want to do it that way. I want to not get all of that white in there. And y'all, it may be just as good. And one time, if I ever get the time, I may try it and see if there's a difference, but y'all know there's going to be a difference, don't you? You do, I know. So, I'm peeling. And I will see y'all shortly when I get through peeling. All right, y'all. That didn't take long at all, really. And now I'm going to take about 3 or 4 of these strips. You see, we've got these nice strips. And line them up, and I'm going to go crossways and make tiny little strips to go in our marmalade. Once again, I'm just going to line several pieces on top of one another and begin cutting really thin strips. It's what I like. You cut yours as thin as you like. This ended up being about 1 cup of this orange zest, okay? Yummy. I wish y'all could smell it. I sure do. You can if you make it though, can't you? Okay, now we've got our peeled oranges, and I'm just going to snip the end off of each end, the top and the bottom, or whatever we want to call it. And now you see what a thick outer ring this is of white on there. It's really thick. You can really see from the bottom, okay? So that's what we want to kind of remove. Clean this up. Yes, we do. Some of it helps our marmalade to thicken. So it's not like you have to get all of it off, but that's a lot of bitterness, isn't it? I agree. I do. I can't wait to make this beautiful cake with y'all. Y'all might make it for Easter. It's good for any occasion. And it comes from a series called the Mitford series. And this is Esther's famous orange marmalade cake. And if you've never read the Mitford series, it's certainly worth reading. Yes, it is. My friend Bridget turned me on to it, and I love it. If y'all hear something coming on, that's my heat down in here. It's cold outside today. It's rainy and cold. John is burning a few piles because it's rainy of wood he's cleaned up. And I know the cows can hear him because I keep hearing them moving at him. He fed them hay earlier, so they're just like, what else you got? What else you got, Daddy? Okay, now y'all see I kind of clean the outside of it up, and then I slice it down the middle. Some oranges have seeds, some don't. Make sure you get your seeds out if you have them, though. And the very middle has also got a white, really bitter part. You know, that center core piece. I'm getting that out as well. That's all I'm doing. I'm going to do it to all 4 oranges. Just like that. Everything else is going into our marmalade. Yes, it is. Do y'all remember we picked muscadines there on the back patio right by the pool on the pergola? We've got to make that jelly before springtime hits, right? Got y'all down in the canning kitchen again because we are getting ready to plant that garden right outside here. we will do that together. And I get a little spring in my step when spring gets here to y'all, because I don't know, I'm just not a wintertime girl. I live in an area where we get a wintertime. A lot of you said you didn't even realize we got snow and ice down here in Louisiana, but we do. We do, doggone it. All right, y'all. I'm going to finish these and we'll move on to that next step. We've got our oranges. We've got our orange zest, our lemon zest and lemon juice, and 1 cup sugar. We know everything that's in our marmalade, right? And that's extra special, I know. So what I'm going to do now, very easily, we're going to puree our oranges. Yes. Just like this. I won't make y'all watch. I know it's going to be loud, so I'll see y'all back in just a sec. That only took a minute, didn't it? Now, all we need is a pan and 1 cup measure. Let's see here. 1 and 2. It's going to be about 2.5 cups, okay? Anywhere from 2 to 2.5 cups will work. I promise. I love being in this canning kitchen. I already got me some dishwater going. That's a good thing. All right, to this, we're going to add our 1 cup of sugar and our lemon juice and lemon zest. And our orange zest. And now we go to the stove. With our fire on medium-high, we're going to begin stirring this. Let our sugar dissolve, and then we're going to bring it to a boil. Once it's boiling, I turn it down on about medium, and I continue to let it cook until it's nice and thickened. And y'all, since we had a little over 2 cups of the orange juice and pulp, I am going to add 1 more cup of sugar as well. And continue to cook. Okay, it's been 15 minutes. Do you see how it's reduced in its volume? It's almost darkened a bit, and it's really thickened. And there's something else I want to show you. It's begun to be clear, like where you can see the pieces of zest in there, pieces of peel. Almost see-through. All right, guys, last thing we need to do is saucer test. I know we've done that before. All I have is a bowl down here, so we're going to do a bowl test this time. Put it in the freezer for 1 minute. We'll be back. All right, after 1 minute, I'm going to get 1 spoonful of our gorgeous marmalade. I really wish y'all could smell this. It smells heavenly, even though I know I don't know what heaven smells like. Just what I would assume. I'm going to do 2 little spoonfuls because I've got 2 cameras going, right? All right, 1 more minute in the freezer. All right, let's see here. You see this? I've already done 1 test, but if you run your finger through this and it stays separated, then it is ready. It is good. I'm just going to start pouring this up. What we need to make that orange marmalade cake is 12 ounces. So, we will have some left over for toast and biscuits. John will be so pleased. Yes, he will. Only 1 thing left, though. We need to taste. I said we would taste and compare, right? Too bad I don't have John in here. I can make him close his eyes, but I'll be honest. I will. Smell. It smells like oranges, and it smells sweetened, like almost caramelized oranges. It's awesome, awesome smell. Isn't that a beautiful color? This one, let's see. I should have tried to smell it first because it just smells like something sweet. I didn't get orange out of it, but it's probably because this is so intense, okay? So I'll be honest about that. Now I'm going to taste this one. It's got a good jelly flavor, and you do taste the orange if you get a piece of the peel in there. It tastes orangey. It does. It does. Ours is so pretty, isn't it? Immediately, before you even bite into the peel, you taste orange immediately. Oh, yeah. It's worth making. Y'all go make some homemade, because here this week we're going to make that orange marmalade cake, Esther's orange marmalade cake. And this is going to send it. This is so citrusy and bright. It will really contrast with that sweet cake, and it is going to really be good. It will really be an orange marmalade cake, right? So I'll see y'all on that video. Y'all take care.